Mm. Take a deep breath. Never be shy to sigh. Take a natural position where your hands can rest on your knees, or interlace the fingers and let the hands rest in your lap. And then open your eyes a little bit. Just gentle opening. And then let the natural eye gaze take place, where you notice the blinking of your eyes. And they're soft like butterfly wings. The eyelids are so soft, so gentle. And eventually the upper eyelid closes and falls heavily on the lower eyelid. This is the best way, or one of the best ways, at least for me, to bring relaxation to my eyes. And when the eyes are relaxed, it helps the whole body to relax and rest. Usually when there is tension in the eyes, the body also has tension. And if you still notice tension in your eyes, then just open your eyes again. Let the natural eye gaze take place. And eventually the upper eyelid falls heavily on the lower. And you notice how the eyebrows and the forehead relaxes. From the relaxation that expands from the eyes to the top of your head, the back of your head, your cheeks, your neck, your right shoulder and the right arm, all the way down to your right hand. Your left arm, left hand. Namaha, Namaha. As you go through your body, you can say Namaha silently. Namaha means I offer non-resistance to any possible resistance. I offer non-resistance to any possible resistance. This is how my body is. My arms, my chest, my breast, my belly. This is how Devi or Ishvara is in the form of this body. My back, my spine, the lower back, your waist, down below the waist, the legs, all the way down to the feet. This is the time where I can rest and be with what is. And make a bucket list or a laundry list. In our mind, the antakarana, the inner instrument in Sanskrit, the manas, is a jewel, is a profound instrument that we have been given. There's nothing wrong with our mind. What we need to is to understand our mind. And very important to acknowledge that all it wants us is to help. It wants to help us, to remind us. It tries to understand. It has doubts. It has memories. It has to recognize and memorize. has so many tasks to do all day long. So this is where our mind has a time to just be. And maybe there are a few things that I need to do that are still there in my mind. Phone calls, or the food that I need to cook or buy, or bills to pay. Put all these tasks on a list. And also offer your gratitude to your mind for helping you all day long. Thank you for reminding me of my tasks. I am here now for you. You can rest now. And then when all the things are on the list, you can let the list be. And you can pick up the list after our time together. So that now I can be present with what is, with the time we have, with the words that we hear, the prayers we offer, with our sacred inquiry, the vichara. Namaha, Namaha, Namaha. Every heartbeat, you can say Namaha in your heart silently. Namaha, I offer non-resistance to any possible resistance, even to my resistance. This is how God is. There's so many facts I cannot change. God is God in the form of the coronavirus. I can't change that. In the form of certain laws, in the form of this present situation. We ask for the serenity to accept all that I cannot change right now. So many facts I cannot change. And then I can feel helpless sometimes. But one thing is for sure, I can always ask for help. I can offer a prayer. Then I am not helpless anymore. And today is dedicated to the SVASTI Mantra, a beautiful universal peace prayer, where we wish all beings freedom from pain. Freedom from pain on all levels. So maybe I have my own intention that I came with today. Maybe there's a person in my life that needs support, or I myself need support. And if you feel inspired, you can share your intention today. We do a special day today. If anyone feels inspired to share their intention or their prayer. So we start with the beginning prayer, and then if anyone wants to share their intention for today, you're welcome to do that. So you can bring your hands together in Namaste Mudra. You can repeat after me. Om Sahana Bhavatu Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Saha Viryam Karavavahai Karavavahai Tejasvi Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Navadhitamastu Mavit Mavit Visha Visha Vahai Vahai Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this is a beautiful prayer where we invoke that we get the best out, we bring the best out in each other, and may we not argue with each other. May we all be nourished, and may our intellect be brilliant so that we can grasp the knowledge of the Vedas and Vedanta. And let there be peace on all levels. So Shanti, why do we chant Shanti 3 times? So the first Shanti is for Adhyatmika. Adhyatmika means Atma, but here in terms of the body, mind, sense complex. So let there be Shanti for me, because if there's pain in my body and I have a back pain and I have a headache and I have a toothache, then it's very difficult to listen and very difficult to be here, present and focused. Otherwise, the toothache and the back pain is calling for my attention. So the first Shanti is let there be freedom from pain in my body, in my mind, here, in my upadi, in my beautiful instrument that I've been given. And the second Shanti is for Adibhautika. Adibhautika is for my close surrounding. So let my neighbor also be free from pain. If she's not well, we feel that, we have empathy. If there's now a big tractor in the rice fields, then it will be difficult to hear. So let there be Shanti here on this close surrounding. And then the third Shanti is for Adidaivika. Adidaivika is the third factor, the third where we don't have any power or any say over, like now the coronavirus. That affects all of us. So that will go on that level. Let there be also Shanti here. Or there could be a tsunami, there could be a volcano. So those are like major situations where we don't have any power whatsoever. So that's why we chant 3 times Shanti. So then on all levels, let there be peace, relative peace here. And then through self-knowledge, we discover that Shanti is my very nature. That has to be discovered, and we'll see today, we go into that so we can understand more what Shanti means. Where do I derive from Shanti and peace? We all have different objects that make us peaceful for a certain time, and then suddenly they become an object of disturbance. So ultimate Shanti is the nature of myself. Through self-knowledge, we can discover that fact. So I feel the SVASTI mantra is a beautiful prayer that I chant every day, once or twice, or sometimes even more, where I feel I can reach out in one go to everybody or to all beings, especially during these times where we can easily feel helpless and feel I can't do anything. I want to do something to reach out. What can I do? And so the thing is with action, if we do an action, then it goes out to certain people. But with the SVASTI mantra, it goes to all beings at once. So it's really something beautiful for the emotional being that we are, the caring being. We always want that all beings are well, don't we? Maybe you remember as children, like I as a little girl, I would always make very sure that I count everybody in my family and all the neighbors and all the cousins, and really making sure that I pray for everybody so everybody's well. So I know many of us have that somewhere also. Other friends have told me that also. They also felt like that. And so And then we can be afraid that we missed somebody. But in that way, I don't have to be afraid. I can just chant this SVASTI mantra, and I know I've said a prayer for all beings in one go, you know. And I also ask for the rain to come when we need rain, and we ask for the earth to be fertile and give the food that we need, and we ask that all beings can be free from fear. So it's very beautiful, and we look into the meaning in a little while. So, and as part of as today's class or sharing, I wanted to also invite, if some of you have maybe something in your heart that you feel alone with, and you would, or you don't feel alone and you just want to share it with us here today, maybe a prayer or an intention or a wish, because we always in our tradition, in the Vedic teachings or tradition, we always do a sankalpa. A sankalpa means an intention that we say before any prayer we do. And so the intentions, often we have them for ourselves and we don't say them to anybody, which is also in order, of course, but it's also very beautiful to share them with each other, because they become stronger when we say them out loud. We also get reminded of that. Okay, this was my intention, this is what I asked for. And it becomes stronger when I am witnessed in that. And especially also if there's maybe a person in your life or a situation that needs extra support. And I always found it very, very supportive in my life when I could share it with somebody. And then I knew that, and today we are 18 and 20, 21 people. So if you share it, then you have 21 people who are going to join you in your intention. So that's also so beautiful, that then immediately 21 people you have where we then wish that for you, for whatever your prayer or intention is, or something. And it gives so much support. And if not, it's totally fine also. There's no agenda and you can just have it silently. Anyway, we're going to do the formal intention before we then chant the SVASTI mantra. So what we're going to do now, you can imagine you have a flower in your hand. So, and so we put it in our hand and cover it with the right hand. And we place our intention, the ones that has been spoken out loud, and also our own intentions, our own prayers. And the more clear you can be, the better. Visualize or whisper it in your heart, or you can also say it out loud, because nobody, at least here, we don't hear you. And then as a collective intention, a collective prayer, invoke Chanting for all beings. We invoke that we have now the capacity to learn this prayer and to eventually maybe learn it by heart, so that this mantra can become your mantra. And you can chant it for yourself, for any person, for all beings at all times, anytime you wish. We wish all beings freedom from fear. Abhayam. You can repeat after me. Om Namo Pata. Om Namo Pata. Samasta Duritakshaya Dwara Shri Parameshwara Prityartham Nyāyena Vairagya Moksha Siddhyartham. SVASTI mantra japa karishyamaha karishyāmah. So we formally placed our sankalpa intention. So mamopata samasta duritakshayadvara. It means that what we said now was that we're going to learn chant the SVASTI mantra for the purpose of neutralization of all the unpleasant situations in our life. All papam, accumulated papam has been accumulated in this life or past lives. Papam means the result that is unpleasant. So actions that we have committed that have been going against universal value. So when we go against the universal value, like ahimsa, the value of least hurting, so maybe we have said something or done something hurtful. And so then based to the Vedic culture tradition, then that comes back to us. That's why it's very important to simulate the law of karma, because then it's like a shock absorber, the karmic model, to assimilate that. We can go through that in another class. So it's like a shock absorber, so that when the stimulus comes through my 5 sense organs, pleasant is no problem, then I can receive it, welcome, welcome, welcome. But usually when it's unpleasant, it becomes difficult to welcome. It's painful. And so often I resist it, or then I can even act out. And so with the assimilation of the karmic model, I understand I have the prasada buddhi. It means an attitude of glad acceptance, even of the unpleasant situations, even like the coronavirus, even at the moment that I can't go to work. Maybe some of us are celebrating that, and others are devastated. So we're all now experiencing different degrees of pain and pleasure, but we all still also are now in this collective karma. Prarabdha karma means we're all collectively, universally experiencing the result of this situation of the virus. And so we're all affected by it. And so we all share this karma. It's very interesting to see that we all share this karma. We share our own karma. We all have our individual pain and pleasure that we go through, and then we have the shared one. And so the cause of it, which is one of this sacred virus. And so if I resist it and resist it, then I probably am in more pain. But when I can welcome it and process the pain, then it's going pain. Then the papam, that result that has been accumulated from past lives, and I welcome it and process it, then it's going. Otherwise, if I resist it, then it's going to stay, and then I'll have to go through it again. So in that way, now we are exhausting a big chunk of papam in that sense. A big chunk. We're all like, exhausting this karma that has been accumulated from another life. So now we're exhausting it, and then we don't have to go through it again. That's what we are now with this sankalpa. We're asking to neutralize now that papam, so that I don't have to go through it again. And what I want is nyāyena, vairagya, moksha. Jnana means knowledge. I want to gain self-knowledge. This is the best opportunity right now to really gain self-knowledge, because there might be a burning for it. I want to see who I am in relationship to this whole situation. 99.9% of humanity is identifying with the situation and with the experiences. But can I stay objective in and through the whole situation? That requires some knowledge. And so jnana, may I have vairagyam, objectivity, to stay objective and see things as they are clearly. And what means objectivity means I can gain objectivity through experiencing, okay, all that I thought that I wanted, what I wanted is what? Happiness and security, śāntir, which I have projected onto something other than myself, that is now falling apart. All my happiness and security has been projected onto something other than myself, and if it's something other than myself, it will fall apart. It is limited by time, by space, object-wise. It is limited. That doesn't make it bad. It doesn't make it. It's not a negative judgment in any way. It's just seeing things as they are. Everything that comes into being goes out of being, and that includes everything. It includes my body also. So eventually I even have to let go of this body. But can I even let go of the body cheerfully? That requires a lot of objectivity, vairāgyam. So that's what we ask for. Also nyāyena, vairāgyam, the objectivity to be able to let things go. But in order to be able to let them go, I have to have knowledge. And knowledge here means knowledge that has removed self-ignorance. So self-ignorance is the fundamental problem that has caused all my suffering. Self-ignorance, not knowing who I am, what I am. It's a confusion there. Am I a mother? Am I a daughter? Am I young? Am I old? Am I rich? Am I poor? The judgment constantly changes depending to who I relate, depending with what I identify. The judgment is always changing, but there is something in and through that is not changing. There has to be something that is not changing. Otherwise, I couldn't be even aware of all the changes that are taking place all the time. And so that which never changes is myself. That is what the Vedanta reveals. The self is never changing. But now here, the question arises, what? The self is never changing? How can you say that I'm not changing? I'm always changing, am I not? My body is growing, and then it gets wrinkles, and then I'm getting gray hair. My teeth are getting yellow. Well, I'm changing. How can you say that I'm not changing? Yeah, the body is changing, that's true. And what about my mind? My mind, sometimes it's angry, and then it's depressed, and then it's sad, and then I'm excited. Yeah, your mind is also angry, changing. And what about my knowledge? My knowledge also is changing. And sometimes I thought I knew something, and then suddenly she comes in the form of forgetfulness, and then what I thought I knew, it's also gone. The memory power, it comes and goes. So yes, here we see that what I know about myself, I cannot say that I don't know myself, but the knowledge that I have of myself is limited. Or in Vedanta we say it's not the complete view. It's not the complete picture. I do have knowledge of myself, but it's not the complete picture. And so when I look into the Vedanta mirror, which is a mirror in the form of words, Vedanta is a means to show me, a means of knowledge to show me my real face. Not my unacceptable face, where I'm always not liking my eyebrows or my wrinkles or my crooked teeth. There's always something that I want to change. No, here, when I look into the Vedanta mirror, I look at my acceptable face, acceptable self. That's what I want to discover, the acceptable self. And the Vedanta says that the self, Atma in Sanskrit, is whole and complete. That's the knowledge. When we say about knowledge, self-knowledge, gain self-knowledge, it means to know that I am whole and complete. I have to discover that fact. If I don't, then I lose the infinite. So to discover that the being that I am is whole and complete, we call that moksha, freedom. Moksha. Or we call it also SVASTI. So SVASTI, or SVASTI, coming here now to the SVASTI mantra. So SVASTI, or some of you who have been in Bali, like here we say Om Swastiastu. So SVASTI is another word for moksha. So moksha meaning freedom. Freedom from what? From pain, from suffering, from this idea that I'm a limited being in time and space. This idea that I need to become whole, that I need to become happy, I need to become secure. Moksha is the freedom from this idea. Moksha is the freedom from the sense of being insecure, of being unhappy, the sense that I'm unacceptable, the sense that I'm incomplete. That's a notion. If I would be really insecure and unhappy, if that would be my nature, I would never be able to become happy and secure. If I would be insecure and unhappy, first of all, I would be happy when I'm insecure and unhappy. Now, if that would be me, then I would be happy being insecure and unhappy, but I can't stand it. All I want is to get rid of it. And and also second is that if I would be insecure and unhappy, if that would be my nature, I could never get rid of it. But that's not my experience. I do have moments of happiness and security and sense of well-being and wholeness, but they are coming and going. We call them relative shanti. When we talk about peace, shanti, usually we talk about relative peace. Now, I go to a yoga class. It gives me shanti, yes, for a little while. I do a prayer. Yeah, a little while it gives shanti. I have a craniosacral therapy. It gives me shanti, a little while. I go and have a chocolate cake. Yeah, it gives me shanti, a little while. So the shanti that I gain is all the time a little bit. But then, it goes, and I have to fix it again. I have to get another tape. So the shanti that I know is relative. Relative means it comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. Because the shanti that I think comes from something other than myself does not really come from something other than myself. That's what I have to discover. Like the chocolate cake does not beam shanti at me. The yoga also doesn't beam shanti at me, or the massage. The shanti is really my nature. So every time I fulfill a desire, in that moment, I don't want anything to be different than what it is. Just remember the last time or today, there was something that you really wanted. And then you fulfilled that desire, right? Then you had a moment, oh, I'm shanti, I'm peaceful, I'm happy. And oh, everything is fine. And then how long did it take until that peace was gone? 1 second? 5 seconds? And then I want, it came back. I want, it came even more. I want. What I want changes. That I want, it does never change. I always want. So all the happiness that I experience, or shanti, is in that moment, in that little tiny moment, when I fulfill the desire, up to the moment when the new desire arises. So next time you can think about that. The shanti that I experience is between the moment I fulfill a desire and the rise of a new desire in that moment. And so what happens actually in that moment, in that between time? In that between time, you don't have a desire. You don't want anything to be different than what it is. So what you really want is to be free from desire. So that's the big vairāgyam, the wake-up call, that it's not really about the object or the desire. What I really want is to be free from desire. The desiring, it's killing me. It's killing me, right? Especially when you fall in love. Right? You fall in love, and then you're in love, and then somebody's going to take away that love. I mean, that's the most horrible feeling on earth. Speak from my own experience. Right? But it's the best wake-up call. I don't think there's any better setup than to discover in that situation that I have projected my love onto something other than myself. It's the best because I have to look at it. I cannot but look at it anymore because it's so painful. There's nothing more painful when that love goes away. That could be it can be a partner, or it can be a child. Relationship is usually the cause for most hurt, because relationship means my well-being is dependent on another being, and that's so painful. Therefore, relationship is the best way to grow. In Veda, relationships are wonderful, and they are wonderful because they help us grow. They help us grow meaning they help us see where we have projected our shanti onto something other than ourselves. And there now we have the opportunity to correct the error and discover that the love is real. That's the thing. The love is real. The love that you experience is real. But the love is not an experience. That's who you are. That's who you are. So in that way, we can thank the person who made us crack open in that way, because they showed us how much I am capable of loving. Right? Like that's how much love is there in you. And without that person, I might never would have discovered that. So moksha, and another word is swastihi. Swastihi. You can say swastihi. 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 And so the swasti mantra, when we say Om Swastiastu, here in Bali, greeting is Om Swastiastu, means let there be swastihi, let there be well-being. And here well-being actually means moksha. I wish you freedom from all types of suffering. I wish you that you discover that you are Ananda Swarupini Devi, that you are the source of absolute fullness. That's the wishing, that's the wishing here in Bali. How beautiful that is. And then the answer is Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. On all levels, let there also be well-being. It's kind of like a high five, but a very deep meaning, high five. It's a form, a beautiful form to get to the nature of this whole universe. And so the nature of this whole universe is one limitless being. And that being is your very own self. So here now I'm going to share a document with you. Can you see it? Yeah? Okay. So Swasti Mantra. Mantra is that which protects the mind. So when you chant a mantra, it helps us to protect our mind. Why the mind? Because whenever there's turbulence in our mind, then if we are not prayerfully taking care of the turbulence, then it can take over the whole person. Pain, anger, jealousy, they can take over the person, and then we lose our calmness and our ability to respond to situation objectively. So mantra is what we have been given from the Veda to help us deal with our worries and fears and anxieties. And so instead of worrying, which doesn't help anything, we put in mantra. In that way, we learn to become a master of our minds. So you can neutralize all your language of resistance, all the shoulds and woulds and coulds and I shouldn't have done, and why did I do this, and all the language of resistance. That is a beautiful sadhana to neutralize any word of resistance and bring in mantra, because all the mantras are all words of non-resistance. All the mantras are all words of glad acceptance. The mantras are words of invoking help, and also pointing out to the nature of who you are. So you can repeat after me. We just go through word by word. Om Swasti Swasti prajābhyaḥ prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām paripālayantām nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīṃ mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. If you would have word by word, it would be lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. but I'm not going through all these Sanskrit rules. Kāle, varṣatu, parjanyaḥ, pṛthivī, sasyaśālinī, deśo'yaṃ, but then here becomes deśo, and deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, brāhmaṇāssantu, nirbhayāh, nirbhayāh. That's it. Good. So let's start with these two. And if anyone has to go, you can always bow out, of course, no problem. And then we'll send you the recording after. Okay. So now with the melody, Om Swastir. So here with the swastir, you close your lips so you can go directly to the pakara. Becomes swastir. You see my lips, they're closing. Swastir. Swastir prajābhyaḥ. Prajābhyaḥ, and then when it's followed by a pakara, it becomes F sound. Prajābhyaḥ. Om Swastir prajābhyaḥ. Good, again. Om Swastir prajābhyaḥ. One more time. Om Swastir prajābhyaḥ. Paripālayantām. Paripālayantām. And you see my jaw. So when I open my jaw, I also would like you to open your jaw. Paripālayantām. 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 Om Swastir prajābhyaḥ. Paripālayantām. Om Swastir prajābhyaḥ. Paripālayantām. Good, one more time. Om Swastir prajābhyaḥ. Paripālayantām. Last time. Om Swastir prajābhyaḥ. Paripālayantām. Good. Next one. Nyāyena. Nyāyena. Mārgeṇa. Mārgeṇa. So here the mārgeṇa, you see here it has a dot underneath. So it means that you roll the tongue back. It says na. Mārgeṇa. Mārgeṇa. We have 4 different ends in Sanskrit. So the first one is nyāyena, dental nakara, N, and then mārgeṇa is a cerebral N. Mārgeṇa. Nyāyena mārgeṇa. Nyāyena mārgeṇa. 2 more times. Nyāyena mārgeṇa. 1 more time. Nyāyena mārgeṇa. Excellent. And so for those here in the transliteration, anytime you see a long line on top of a letter, like on the A or E, it means it's a long vowel. You have short vowels, like here the A, and then you have long vowels when there's a line on top. That's why it's not nyāyena, it's nyāyena. Mārgeṇa. Otherwise it would be mārgeṇa, but it's mārgeṇa, like asana, not asana, asana. Nyāyena mārgeṇa. Nyāyena mārgeṇa. Mahīṃ. So the E also is long. Mahīṃ. Mahīśāḥ. Mahīśāḥ. And so here the sha sound is like Shiva, sha, like Shanti. When you see a line on top, it's a sha, sha. When there's a dot under the S, it would be sha. And when there's no line or no dot, it is sa. So we have 3 different S's. Mahīṃ, mahīśāḥ. Mahīṃ, mahīśāḥ. Nyāyena mārgeṇa. Mahīṃ, mahīśāḥ. nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīṃ. One more time. Nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīṃ. And then gobrāhmaṇebhyaś. And here the same, the end is the one that you roll the tongue back. Brāhmaṇebhyaś. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaś. One more time. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaś. And here it's brahma. It's not brahma. It's brahm, so long a, brahm, and then you close the lips, brahm, and then ha sound. Brāhmaṇebhyaś. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaś. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaś. Shubham. Astu. It becomes, when we chant it becomes śubhamastu. Nityam. Śubhamastu nityam. Good. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaśubhamastu nityam. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaśubhamastu nityam. And so here in the shakara, you emphasize that. It's a double shak. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaśubhamastu nityam. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaśubhamastu nityam. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaśubhamastu nityam. Gobrāhmaṇebhyaśubhamastu nityam. Good, beautiful. And then lokāssamastāssukhino. And here, emphasize the S. You almost hear nobody doing that. They chant this lokāssamastāssukhino, but you have to emphasize the S. Okay. Lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. Lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. The ka is aspirate and the bha is aspirate. So there you have a little puff. Sukhino bhavantu. Sukhino bhavantu. Sukhino bhavantu. Lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. Lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. Good. Take a deep breath and rest for a moment. Take some water if you need to. And if you notice you tense up, then just take a breath and move your body. What is in Vedic chanting, what we want is to have the head, the neck, and the spine aligned. Sama griva shira shariraha. Sama means equal. Sama griva means the neck. Shiraha means the head. Shariraha means the body. So sama griva shira shariraha. May the body, the head, and the neck be aligned. And then you just move the jaw. And you really move your jaw a lot. So you might get some jaw pain tomorrow a little bit. And it's like when you do lots of asana, right? Then your body might hurt a little bit because of all the new postures. So same here. This is profound asana. But it's also a lot of pranayama. And what it helps us is it gives us a lot of pūrṇam, opposite of papam. It's a punya karma. It's an action that creates a lot of pūrṇam, a lot of daivam, grace. And so we did our intention at the beginning. And so when we chant this mantra, this is like feeding our intention so that it fructifies. Good. So I chant one time this whole first section, and then we'll do it together. Om SVASTI prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. And so now it's like a child. You just respond like that. And then every time you hear it, listen fresh again. What happens is also then we think, oh, I already now know, and I go into my memory and I try to recall, but it's better to listen every time fresh. And so this is beautiful. Oh, SVASTI prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām. May there be abundance for all mankind. Let all the wealth be there for all beings, because wealth has to be distributed, and wealth is not distributed, then we become greedy, right? And we want more and more and more. Like now you see all the big corporations, they just want more and more and more and more. That's greediness. So wealth has to be distributed. And somebody has the sound on. Gonna mute. So nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīṃ mahīśāḥ. We don't really see that right now. We don't have leaders that are healthy leaders and that we can look up to. But we're praying for that. May we have some leaders that can govern and take care of the earth and stay within dharma. Like leaders are supposed to be dharmis, people who follow universal values and are a role model, and their main purpose is dharma, to stay within dharma and share the richness of this Mother Earth. So we pray for healthy leaders free from corruption. May there always be well-being for animals and the people of wisdom. May also, the animals are not some other kind of species. They are our brothers and sisters. We take care of them, they take care of us. And all the people who do have knowledge, let them be well. But it means all people, let them be well. But especially the people like you, all the yogis and dharmis, so that we can pass on this knowledge. May all people be happy. So let's try this. We'll again do call and response. Om SVASTI prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām. Om SVASTI prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām. Nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīṃ mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. Let's try it together and just see what comes out. Take a deep breath. Om SVASTI prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām. Nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. And then rest in silence and let the sound emerge again from the silence. Take a deep breath. Om SVASTI prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām. Nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. And then resolve into the silence. And again, take a deep breath. Om SVASTI prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām. Nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. Then the second, we just do the words. kāle, kāle. So the A and the A is long. Kāle, varṣatu. So here the ash is where you roll the tongue back again. It's not a sha like Shiva, it's a sha like Vishnu or Krishna. Varṣatu, varṣatu. Parjanyaḥ, 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 parjanyaḥ. Pṛthivī, pṛthivī. The takara is aspirate. Pṛthivī, pṛthivī. Sasya. So here the two S's are like Saraswati. Dental. Sa. Sa. Almost dental. Between dental and palate. Sasya. Sha. And then the Sha is like Shiva. Śālinī. Sasyaśālinī. Sasyaśālinī. Pṛthivī sasyaśālinī. Pṛthivī sasyaśālinī. Deśo'yaṃ. And now you have to roll the tongue back again. Kṣobha. Kṣobha. And the ksha is also aspirate. Aspirate means big breath. Kṣobha. And the bha is also aspirate. Kṣobha. Rahitaḥ. Rahitaḥ. Kṣobharahitaḥ. Deśo'yaṃ. Kṣobharahitaḥ. Kṣobharahitaḥ. Brāhmaṇās. So they are not murdhanya in Sanskrit or cerebral. Now again you roll the tongue back. Brāhmaṇās. Santu. Nirbhayāḥ. Brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāḥ. Brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāḥ. Beautiful. So kāle at the proper time or in time when we need it. Varṣatu parjanyaḥ. Parjan means rain, and let the clouds bring the rain. Varṣatu, may the clouds bring the rain at the proper time. Pṛthivī is earth. Sasyaśālinī, let there be food, abundant food. Deśo'yaṃ. Kṣobharahitaḥ. Kṣobha, rahitaḥ means free from. Kṣobha, famine, that there is no food, and the land, deśo'yaṃ, the land. Brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāḥ. Brahmana, all the wise people, of course all people, let them be free from fear. Santu, let them be nirbhayāḥ. Bhaya means fear. Nirbhayāḥ means free from fear. So let all people be free from fear. And here Brahmana says the wise or the yogis, because those are the ones that pass on this knowledge, the dharmis. So because if they are in fear, then that's not good. So, but they're not going to be in fear. Let all people be free from fear. So I chant one time so you can hear the swara. Kāle lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ. Pṛthivī sasyaśālinī. Deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ. Brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāḥ. So let's be beginning. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ. Kāle varṣatu. Kāle varṣatu. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ. kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ, kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ. And relax the body, always good to remember. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ, kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ. One more time. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ, pṛthivī. There it goes down. Pṛthivī, pṛthivī, sasyaśālinī, sasyaśālinī, pṛthivī, sasyaśālinī, pṛthivī, sasyaśālinī. Three more times. Pṛthivī, sasyaśālinī, pṛthivī, sasyaśālinī, pṛthivī, sasyaśālinī. Then deśo'yaṃ, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, kṣobharahitaḥ, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, bharahitaḥ, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ. Two more times. Deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ. And then deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, brāhmaṇās, 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 santu, nirbhayāh, nirbhayāh, santu nirbhayāh, santu nirbhayāh, santu nirbhayāh. Then with brāhmaṇās, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh. One more time. Brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh. Last time. Brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh. Good. So now, take a rest moment. We do call and response from beginning, and then we'll chant together. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ, kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ, pṛthivī sasyaśālinī, pṛthivī sasyaśālinī, deśo'yaṃ, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, kṣobharahitaḥ, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh. Good. Now the whole second verse. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ, pṛthivī sasyaśālinī, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh. And resolve in silence. And then take a deep breath. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ, pṛthivī sasyaśālinī, deśo'yaṃ, kṣobharahitaḥ, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh, brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh. And silence. And inhale. Kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ pṛthivī sasyaśālinī deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāḥ. So now we try to do what we're gonna do, the first and the second verse. So we just see what comes out. Take a deep breath. Om swasti prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ pṛthivī sasyaśālinī deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ bhavantu nirbhayāh. Okay. And again, inhale. Om swasti prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ pṛthivī sasyaśālinī deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāh. Take a moment. So this is going to be the last time we're going to chant these two words. So let all our fears neutralize. Anytime you're afraid or worried, just chant this mantra, these two verses that we learned, and then we have another class to learn the rest. And then we'll add Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti at the end. And take a deep breath. Om swasti prajābhyaḥ paripālayantām nyāyena mārgeṇa mahīśāḥ gobrāhmaṇebhyaśśubhamastu nityam lokāssamastāssukhino bhavantu kāle varṣatu parjanyaḥ pṛthivī sasyaśālinī deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ brāhmaṇāssantu nirbhayāḥ. And actually, for those who know it, we're going to finish the whole chant. So then you know what's coming in the next class. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinaḥ sarve santu nirāmayāḥ sarve bhadrani paṣyantu ma kaśchit dukkha bhavet asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Om pūrṇamadah pūrṇamidam pūrṇāt pūrṇamudachyate pūrṇasya pūrṇamadāya pūrṇamevāvaṣiṣyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So we'll have another class this week to learn the second part and go a little bit deeper into the meaning, Swasti and Shanti. Thank you all for being here with me and with us. Mm. And if anyone has a question, I'm happy to stay a little bit longer. Mm. Or if anyone wants to share also now, maybe suddenly you feel, oh, now I feel I want to share. Yes, Sylvia has a question.
Pronunciation of deśo'yaṃ.
Mm-hmm.
There's the M of the top.
Yeah.
And then there's the K, S. So we learned that.
Yeah, that's true. A very alert student here. Okay, Sylvia asked, there's we looked at some Sanskrit rules in like last week, and the question was, okay, let's have a look here. Okay. Love, Monali, and Paula, Diego. Nice you came here. So she was asking, deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ. Yeah, usually when there is a ma, an anuswara, this is called an anuswara, this letter, and then it's followed by a ksh, then the yam turns into a guttural nakara. Deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ. Yeah, that's a very good question. Like we usually always do it, that rule, but not always. Yeah, but there's the rules, and then there's the exception. So this is one of the. But you could do it, but I don't usually hear somebody doing it. Yeah, but yeah, there's rule, but then there's always exception. But we usually say deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ. But you could say deśo'yaṃ kṣobharahitaḥ, but we usually don't do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Petra. Sama-sama, Jane. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And wish you all a beautiful evening and beautiful day for some of you. And I'll post when we have the next to finish this SVASTI mantra. And you can listen to it. I have it on the SoundCloud. So if you want to practice it, and also we're going to share this video from today, so you can practice in the meantime.